Once again, we're in Baltimore with it. Two teens carjack a man getting ready to take his wife to work. Now, we just seen 7 teens, well, 8 in Albuquerque. One got killed trying to carjack somebody. People are not knowing where their kids are. They out here committing these stupid-ass crimes. But just like the gentleman in Albuquerque, some people just ain't having it. Join me now, and let's go on this journey in Baltimore and see what led these teens to carjack this innocent man.
2 young people are involved in an armed carjacking on Pratt Street, pulling a gun and threatening the victim.
It's a crime that was caught on camera. We've got that video, and tonight the victim of that armed carjacking and what he says kept him from fighting back. Kenny DeVera standing outside of his home on West Pratt Street near South Stricker Street, speaking out after coming face to face with 2 suspects believed to be juveniles, one of them with a gun. DeVera, the victim, police say, of an armed carjacking.
Having a gun pulled on you by 2 kids. It's what the world is coming to, and they're probably just going to get a smack on the wrist and sent home.
It happened just after 3 o'clock Tuesday in the light of day. DeVera says he was cleaning the snow off of his 2006 Mitsubishi SUV so he could take his wife to work, when suddenly 2 young males with snow shovels in their hands approached.
Walk up, they say, hey, can you give us a ride to the bus stop? No, I can't, I'm busy. So then the one walks a little closer, pulls up his jacket, grabs his gun, and says, now I'm just gonna take it. Get the F back before I blow you.
DeVera steps back. The unsettling ordeal caught on ring camera video, with one suspect seen outside of the vehicle, the other inside the vehicle, as DeVera yelled for help. The suspects got away. A neighbor across the street was just arriving home when he heard his neighbor's cry and saw the crime unfolding in front of him.
I hear my neighbor screaming, help, help, and turn around. One of them, or 2 of them, pulling up the gun. So when I see the gun business, I just walk like I didn't see, because I'm scared too.
The neighbor called police. DeVera, thankfully, left alive, but frustrated after being confronted by those 2 young males.
You know, now if I was the person I used to be, then it would be a big problem. But I have a wife and I have children that I need to live for and I need to worry about. But they're gonna come across that one person that ain't gonna lay down for it and ain't gonna have it. And their mama's gonna be crying, oh, my kid, my sweet innocent kid. Well, your kid is out here pulling guns on people and taking their property that they work hard for.
Well, so far, police have not said whether that vehicle has been recovered, and there's no word yet of an arrest. Well, we're learning more about the new developments in the case late tonight, and now more frustration for the victim.
I'm getting carjacked in front of my own house.
Kenny DeVera with lingering concerns. The victim of an armed carjacking outside of his home in southwest Baltimore in early January. The frightening moments caught on ring camera video. Since then, DeVera doubtful that the 15-year-old girl and 16-year-old boy arrested in connection with the case and taken to the Juvenile Justice Center will be held accountable. DeVera on the phone with Fox 45 News Wednesday with questions over whether the teen suspects are still behind bars or back on the streets.
I want to see these kids start getting cracked down on. Maybe if you send them away for a little while, they'll think twice about doing the things that they're doing.
Tonight, new information. According to sources with knowledge of the investigation, Fox 45 News has learned the young juvenile offenders, after they were arrested, were then released by the Department of Juvenile Services into the custody of their parent or guardian, charged with motor vehicle theft, a lesser offense. The case was then sent to the city state's attorney's office, where prosecutors, based on the evidence, could increase the charges. Under new Maryland juvenile justice laws, crimes of violence, which include robberies and carjackings, should automatically be forwarded to the Baltimore City State's Attorney's Office. DeVera now frustrated over juvenile offenders accused of violent crimes who seemingly are simply, repeatedly, let go by DJS.
If you arrest them and you let them go on scene to their parent, that's not saying that, we're taking care of business. That's not telling any of the residents that we're out here handling it.
We reached out to the Department of Juvenile Services and the Baltimore City State's Attorney's Office Wednesday with questions, asking, what's the status of those suspects? Are they still in custody or were arrested, then released? And has the City State's Attorney's Office received the case? The State's Attorney's Office replied, saying they're unable to legally provide details on juvenile cases to the public. A spokesman with DJS acknowledged receipt of our questions, but provided no answers.
You're grabbing them for a minute, and then they're right back out on the streets doing the same thing.
Well, we're told prosecutors will now sift through the evidence, which could include that surveillance footage, before possibly charging the teens with the more serious charge of carjacking.
Man, what an epic failure. These two teens carjacked this man, put a pistol on him, take his car, get caught, and all the justice you give this man is you take him, lock him up for a few hours, and release him. Yeah, I see why Baltimore got the problems that they got. Those teens ain't gonna do nothing but get out and go carjack somebody else. But only this time, it's probably gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing, because somebody's gonna kill them. And I hate to say this, but when you take shit from people, they have every right, if given the opportunities, to defend themselves. And yes, that includes even putting somebody down. Now, when it comes to the children, that's a touchy subject altogether. You don't want to hurt no child, but he's standing here with a gun in your face. And I'm saying here right now, if it's me, I don't give a damn if it's man, woman, or a child. If you're threatening my life with a gun, I'm going to have to do what I have to do and put you down. Yeah, man, you better watch your kids, because I can tell you this summer, it's going to be a lot of children dying, because people are going to start gripping up and start waiting for shit like this to happen. And you're going to see more and more cases where people are just shooting children because they was trying to carjack them and take shit that didn't belong to them. It's harsh, but it's the reality of things. And until next time, don't forget to take care of the innocent children, women, and men of your community. Thank you for watching Prime Crime Network, your source for urban and suburban and around the world news. Hit the subscribe, like, and the notification bell